this or that? That might be the question. In this video, what we're taking a look at are two very popular micro SD cards from PNY. We have the PNY Elite X and the PNY Premier X. So these two are the highest and second highest performing cards within the consumer line by PNY. Now, these cards are going to be used for a number of different reasons. So number one is if you're using it as a content creator with your GoPros, with your drones, things like that. The other reason you might want to use this is if you're using it to expand the memory in your Android device. I have my iPhone here, but my Android device is over there somewhere on the table. So let's take a look at how these cards are similar and how these two cards are going to be different and which one you should consider, especially since there is a little bit of a price difference between these two, but nothing too dramatic. So what do these cards both have in common? So both of these are micro SD cards. They are from PNY, and for the most part, they have very, very similar ratings. So if you're doing it for photography, videography, these specs are identical. So we have a 100 megabits per second read and write speed. These are class 10 U3 cards, and these are rated V30. So V30 is a rating speed that you use for cameras for the type of memory cards in order to determine what type of codecs you can do. So V30 means that it's capable of 30 megabytes per second sustained write speed. So this will actually be good for most 4K, like 4K 265, H.265 format, possibly a little bit of H.264, but not at the higher frame rate. So but for most drones, because we're a little bit more, I would say more compressed, these are going to be just fine. So if you're purely buying these cards to use in a video recorder or in anything that captures video or even audio, or like our older audio recorders, both of these are going to be fine. And this is actually the reason why I picked up the cheaper Elite X. Actually picked up multiple of these for our drones. Now, the difference between these two cards is going to be the app rating. So this is A1, this is rated A2. So the Elite X is rated A1, the Premier X is rated A2. So the A rating is a newer rating. This is meant for determining the app performance when you're using these cards in Android devices, and you're not only using this for storage, but you're actually running the applications off of the cards. So almost kind of think about it if you're a gamer like Ping, or you're thinking about just the delay in the snappiness in order to pull up the applications, how responsive the card is. So if you're buying it for the purposes of expanding the memory and you're going to be transferring applications and running them off of those cards, then the Premier X is going to be the way to go. Otherwise, save your money and get the Elite X if you're just using it for storage or just recording data to it and coming back and you're not physically computing things on the card. So that is the difference, the similarities and the differences between the PNY Elite X and the PNY Premier X.